Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. Me Matt, we're trying the new microphone settings on Spearhead 2 and there's a new patch out, which is going to be the first match on the new patch. 1.1.1 for Spearhead 2. We have an Eastern Front battle here on Overloon. This is technically in the Benelux area, but I suppose it's on the Eastern Front instead. Let's go through the players. Represent the Soviet Union, we have I-19 without a commander yet. Lenin Yuahan without a commander yet. And Lockheed is headed down without a commander yet. Let's see how the Soviets will do on this battle. Represent the Axis. Wir Bodist as Infanteriedivision for the Wehrmacht. Bio as Sturmtaktiks for the Waffen-SS. And Teams also as the Waffen-SS without a commander choice yet. Here this turns out for them. But we have some Sturm Pioneers quickly running into the center of this bombed out town. The Soviets are slowly making their advances felt. So we always have a commander choice here. Iyaka has gone for artillery. Generally a pretty good choice. Then Yuhan's gone for tank, and Lockheed has gone for shock. The Soviets have a very good mix of things. Soviet artillery can really scale well into the late game. Like we have few going for double Sturm Pioneers into a Kuppelwagen. No Ballonians and no Sturm Grenadiers at the moment, by the looks of it. While the Soviets are advancing up slowly, digging in with their conscripts here. Artillery Soviet is actually pretty good at being defensive with its conscripts, so... Oh, and the Sturm Pioneers just mowed down the conscript squad in seconds there, thanks to the negative cover. And in fact, they have a squad leader with a Sturmgewehr. Looks like a lot of the Soviets have taken some heavy loss in the center already. Then Yuan hands down to one conscript. And the Soviets need to connect their territory quick. We're gonna have some firefights going on down there. Molotov was thrown there to try and cause an issue for those Sturm Pioneers, but the Sturm Pioneers might get flanked here. Yeah, Molotov's gonna hit on him. I hits the church. And now the Kuppelwagen can open fire on him. But they are being flanked here by the conscripts. And that's it, squad. Remember, cover is directional. Now these conscripts are in trouble. Yeah, well, the Soviets are trying to dig in up here. We have no commander choice from teams yet. Kuppelwagen took some shots there. We also have a Fontoviki squad arriving here now for the Soviet Union. Try and supplement their force. As well as a Fontoviki here for the artillery commander, which actually gets the PTRD as their unique upgrade, which allows them to actually deal with vehicles. And we'll have several folks going here spreading out here for the Wehrmacht to cover the southern flank. Might try and threaten the field point here shortly. We're trying to get close to this Kuppelwagen. The Fontoviki could be a good unit there, but we do have a Sturm Grenadier covering the flank. Kuppelwagen just backs off, using the road to its advantage. And it's MG-34 to suppress the Soviets. You know, the Germans maintain an advance towards the field on here with our Volksgrenadier. Fontoviki are trying to do their best to hold up behind the sandbags here, but there's only 4 of them left. Now, Fontoviki are much better than conscripts, so they are doing a little bit of work. More conscripts are rushed to the front line, though. Now this is going to be a lot of troops for... Oh, they merged in with the Fontoviki. Very smart. Great, though. They can still merge in with them to get them to full strength. It looks like the Fontoviki is running instead. The Germans could be in trouble here if this flank goes very well for the Soviets. Well, the Germans are getting MP40s on their Sturm Pioneers in the town, as the Soviets are digging in around this forest. But the Sturm Grenadiers can just shoot them in the flank as they come out in the open there. We have a Maxim arriving here for the Soviet Union. Soviets have lost the southern flank at the moment, but they can turn that around if they get some work on it. There are several Sturm Pioneers here for the Waffen-SS. So they might be aiming for a double MP40 and Sturmgewehr, which would be a good choice in this kind of environment. You just need 2 command points to get the Sturmgewehrs. DPM here on the flank, though. DPM is pretty valuable as a machine gun for the Soviets. Great, though, from the Sturm Grenadier. Didn't do much thanks to the heavy cover. Molotov going out. Great assault in return. And still no command choice here for the northern German flank. Kuppelwagen pushed up and got shot by the DPM. That's a Maxim. That's a Dushka now. No wonder it got killed like instantly. You know, the Soviets have secured the fuel again down here. Pushing more men into the front line. These buildings will not hold forever, I feel. We also have a Soviet lieutenant arriving here. Already being equipped with some PP or PPDs, the precursor of the PPSH. Oh, we have SVTs on the front, so we get a good choice in the urban environment, I feel. Oh, grenade there. Oh, and the front Viki there dead. Good job there from the Waffen SS on the northern flank. Well, we have more Soviet troops moving around here. We also have a tank hunter to deal with early vehicles from the Germans. There should be one. The Soviets are going to send some more troops into the town. Oh, we also have a Valonian battle group calling with MP-34s. And well, firefight starts down here as a Maxim comes up for the Soviets. As artillery division, you can actually arm them with 3 extra men for 45 munitions, which is an underutilized upgrade, I feel. Just because the Maxim can get killed very fast. Ooh, 5 made overshot there, only killing 1 guy. And the Maxim will start opening fire shortly. Oh, there's a side blocker. This is a side blocker. We have a mortar here for the Soviets in the center and a forward HQ. Nice to see. The mortar will be pretty handy in this area, I believe. Anyway, the Soviets are trying to make a push into the town. The Germans have also set up a forward HQ here. Trying to use the MP4 to the advantage here. Great, going into the building. Hits the conscripts. The Soviets are still digging in more defenses up here by the northern roads as they prepare to move on the southern flank as well. We do have an MG-34 set up here for the infantry. An MG-42 100 rounds in the Grenadiers should you upgrade if you're playing as infantry for them. Much better than just the normal 50-round one version, as you can probably guess. You know, the mortars are going to start shilling the SS positions in the town. Good to see. Gonna make it a little bit more difficult for them to stick around. Oh, and we have a choice here for the Waffen SS on the northern flank. Looks like it's SS Panzer. These Sturm Grenadiers are trying to push up here with some MG-42 support, and the Sturm Pioneers creating. It might be the opening that the SS were needing. Thompson's handed out here to the Sabres. Need to upgrade for Soviet tank. Lieutenant has to be cautious. There's a lot of negative cover out here in the roads. Valonian's pushing up, throwing an air grenade. Didn't do anything. The Soviets do hold their fuel and ammunition still, so they're not behind resource-wise. SVT armed Fontaviki arriving in the town. The MG-42 trying to suppress the Fontaviki in his little trench area. So far they're holding thanks to... that's a German ability, not a Russian one. It looks a little bit off.
Soviet artillery is reloaded and awaiting a target.
But I think these Germans might be able to put enough firepower in and the models will start dropping the Soviet Union soon. Once that happens, they're gonna be in trouble. Oh yeah, that's a good... oh yeah, that might be a dead Fontaviki. Oh no, he's gonna get out of there. Water shells are landing inside the town. As the Germans are doing a big flank here with MP40s and Sturmgewehrs. Lots of assault weaponry. Oh, MP40s on the conscripts, which is the unique upgrade for them if you're playing as artillery, funnily enough. Like, kind of symbolize it's like a trophy of war kind of thing. Because on the eastern front they tend to use a lot of each other's equipment. They will get hands on it. Nice little touch. They do need to be veterans too, though, and I sometimes feel the PPSH of Veterans 3 might just be a better choice. That's just my opinion, though. I'm sure the MP40 is pretty decent. We have a T-70 arriving here for the Soviet artillery. We also have a T-60 arriving for the tank commander. And we have a T-70 on the northern flank. Panzer Division has brought up a Pak 40, though. We should be able to chew through the T-70 like it's nothing. Might be dead here in this shot. Yep, that goes. He also has some Panzer Grenadiers called in here with Scope Sturmgewehrs of the 1st SS. Soviets pushing into the town, however. SVTs and the Sappers with Thompsons moving in. Ooh, incendiary grenade from the Panzerjägers though. These Sappers might be dead shortly. They are throwing a grenade into the German HQ though, which might collapse. It does. Artillery also being called in by the Soviet lieutenant, but that might be a little bit overkill at this point. But besides having that truck back there, he's 60 driving around. It's going to be able to use its autocannon to effectively in the streets. As the Germans are lacking in infantry with AT equipment, and half their Panzerjäger. They are calling in a stormtrooper though, but I don't have any AT weaponry either. Oh, Panzerjäger could get a flanking shot here though. Oh, it missed. E6 needs to keep driving. And Pack 40 could turn around. He killed the Sturm Pioneers though. Did not get too close to the Sturm Grenadiers because they could have Panzerfaust, but Panzerjäger's got a flanking shot, so it's basically gonna die shortly. It's stuck. The Mthis have secured more of the southern flank though. Just that the Wehrmacht Infanterie is getting overrun at the moment. As the Soviet conscripts and Infanterie keep pushing upwards. What are these German infantry gonna do? They're getting a Panzer IV F1 apparently. Might work out. So it's gonna continue to prepare their push into the town. It was also building up here along the forest again. They've even prepared a Dushka bunker here. Looks like all the sides are just taking in at the moment. All the fighting continues in the town and the Soviets keep pushing on the southern flank. They could push up here, they could actually threaten the German base. Force the Germans on the defensive there. Oh, Stormtroopers getting hit by a Molotov and they gotta get gunned down by the conscripts on the road. Oh, and the Stormtroopers are there. That's a big loss for the Germans. After this, do have a Sturm Pioneer here with Sturmgewehrs though. The mortars somehow working out here for the Soviets. Germans are trying to sit up there, but that's not gonna work. There's just too many Soviets. Oh, are they gonna try and get the MG-34 inside? Well, it might not be the best ideas, but here's the F1. So it's not lacking in AT equipment at the moment on the artillery side. You have the tank hunter, but that might not be enough at range against an F1. Also, they have activated Hold the Line, so they will fight a little bit better in friendly territory than holding. We are seeing penal battle groups called in as well. 9-man penal squads with flamethrowers. Tank hunters. Oh, they got the driver! Good shot there with the PTRS. So I think that F1 probably has to switch targets at some point. German infantry is trying to push up. Most folks can be happy to cook with Sturmgewehrs. They're getting mowed down now as they approach. F1 is getting close. Oh, they lost something else. They lost the mobility. Grenade though. Panzerfaust goes off from the tank hunters. And then flamethrower covers them. The Soviets keep that front line held while the Soviets push up here. Threatening the Waffen-SS's Panzer line. And then at the same time, some more Panzer push up. Soviets are being relentless at the moment. After this is losing a lot of units up here. That's a lot of weapons the Soviets could capture. A Kubelwagner, Pack 40 and an MG42. But looks like the Waffen-SS is getting some more troops up here. And we also have some troops in the center alongside of a mortar now to being on counter barrage duty. To help deal with the Soviet mortars and similar. Aiming around here now in counter barrage. There's also the SIS actually. I'm aiming for the SIS actually. The German infantry is able to grab that point at least. Lots of action going on around here. Pretty action-filled early on for UFP. I like it. Oh, Dushka's getting some kills there. Oh, they haven't got their unique shock upgrade, which is body armor, which can really help a lot, actually. So the service have a network of medics along this northern part of the front, thanks from the HQ and a medic station. Or the HQ also going up here for the shock army, which is actually lacking a lot of units at the moment. Only a Dushka. Oh, we are seeing a shock engineer called in. Penal squad's moving into the town against the slow Valonian, killing him. Sort of Valonian squad is probably going to try and intercept with an egg grenade. But here they come, they're getting too close. Out on the open road, they will get. Oh, they killed the Valonian. Well, actually, one guy survived there. Doomhanias are moving into them though. Still 5 people. They're going to try and get out of there. So the Penals might make it. You know, more of a flank here from the German infantry. Throwing a grenade. Good grenade at that. Actually was on the sandbags by the looks of it. Oh, propaganda artillery going overhead from the Samling. Oh, and that's you don't want to stay for your pins. You should just get out of there. So the Mthis Panzers will move up here with a command crew to take the point. Okay.
The enemy is trying to destroy a structure.
Oh, we have a Soviet naval infantry called in as a battle group. Good to see. I rarely see the Soviet naval infantry. Unique battle group available to Soviet shock. They basically fulfill the same purpose as shock troops, I feel. But they get arrive with a T-70 and an SU-76. And the naval infantry being equipped with, let's see, Thompson's with a... Let's see, Thompson with the barrel magazine and a DPM. That's a really good upgrade for them. It looks like the other ones are not getting any upgrades here either. They're only a very cool squad we rarely see. The Black Death, I believe they were nicknamed. They also have the ability with the same name. Oh, we have Howitzer going up here for the... After this, they probably feel like they need the artillery presence to try and deal with the Soviet one. They even lost a mortar here. And one of their structures too. Not looking good here for the Waffen assessing the town. Units of the southern flank have pulled up a light infantry gun. Might be useful. Not a lot of armored combat down here. Only have one Panzer F1 we saw. Well, it looks like the howitzer is already going to work. It's on counter blast to try and give the Germans some space, I imagine. So we'll be landing around here. Oh, we can hear the shell coming. Only kills one the mortar team. Yeah, in that crater, which will help them as long as the shell doesn't land exactly on the crater. I believe also most of the big, super heavy howitzers got nerfed in this patch. So they're not going to be as game-changing and devastating anymore as they used to be. They're still going to be effective, but they're not going to be like in the game effective. But the Soviets are doing a little bit of a push here, preparing to. HU-76 has switched to high explosives, which is going to be a good thing for them. Oh, but the Pak-40 could get a shot here. Yeah. Looks like the naval infantry is preparing for push though. Cool to see the naval infantry though, but I think against the Waffen-SS in this position it's not going to work. These Waffen-SS Panzergrenadiers have already been equipped with Sturmgewehrs and scope Sturmgewehrs, making them exceptionally lethal in all ranges. Makes them a very potent squad, by the way, one of the best anti-infantry squads you can probably get. But the Penals have pushed through the center of the town. You know, the Germans are still holding on down here at the Wehrmacht, holding the southern flank. But the Waffen in the center is slowly getting pushed further and further northwards. We are seeing a Flammhetzer being prepared, I believe. A Flammhetzer, unique weapon With the unique vehicle available to SS Sturm, basically a headset where its gun has been replaced with a giant flamethrower. Oh, the penal troops have captured the MG42 on the ground. They have a flamethrower and an MG42. Very potent squad suddenly. These penals are definitely getting a little bit of a story for them going on. But I think against the Sturmgewehr, it's gonna be too much for them from house to house fighting. Huskers trying to push up against these stormtroopers, who have been equipped with full Sturmgewehrs. That's a lot of Sturmgewehrs for the Germans up here. Oh boy, and the Grenadiers are trying to hold on here. Artillery strikes are, well, light artillery strikes are coming in here from the light infantry gun. Trying to deal with the Soviet AT gun, well, field gun at the moment by the looks of it. It is fairly accurate, so it's doing its job.
AT guns have been neutralized.
Oh, KV-8 arriving here for the Soviets. That is gonna be a threat. If they can get close enough to the packs and the infantry they need to get close to. Armed with a flamethrower and heavy armor, this is quite a formidable urban combat vehicle. Yeah, the Germans already evacuated that forward HQ, they know what's gonna happen. Oh, we do see the Panzerjägers moving up though. Oh, he would not get inside it. But he did get one hit there with the Panzerstreak, but... Oh! And then the other Panzer kills it! Very nice dupe there. Very nice to see. And the Soviets still have their naval infantry just hanging around and waiting. Well, T-44 on the southern flank tried to push up. Looks like it's gonna have to pull back here. Oh, well, the Soviet southern front line is kinda having to fall back at the moment. We are seeing a howitzer being set up here by the Soviet artillery. I guess the SS artillery has done a good job here in counter barrage at the moment. Try and deal with the Soviet mortar and cis guns. Second howitzer being prepared here by the Waffen SS. So we're gonna have a bit of an artillery fight starting up soon. Both sides have a lot of officers that can use a lot of artillery at the moment. Oh, Flamheads are getting hit by a cis gun. T-44 is going for the kill. But they lost sight of it.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
I think the Flamheads could get away because of it. Yeah. Tanks have very low sight radius without any infantry near them. Don't send them out on their own generally. We're gonna see another naval infantry group, I wonder. Naval infantry is holding this front line at least. Oh, yeah, I've seen the SS Aufklar getting some shots in here. With his scope Gewehr 43. And we are seeing a Tiger tank arriving for the Waffen SS as well.
Tiger Panzer ready for battle.
This could be a change up on the northern flank for the Germans. Flamheads are being repaired here by the base repair team. Once again, trying to hold the German infantry at bay, and looks like it's working for now. Oh, Jägers called in here in the building. Unique light infantry available to Wehrmacht Infanterie. Can be a good squad, in my opinion. Heavy mortar called in here for the Soviet Union. But artillery shells are landing on the northern flank here. We're not looking good for the naval infantry in their current position. Heavy mortar opening fire. Very close range heavy mortar, so that might be a little bit more accurate than normal. Yeah, killing them pack team. The Tiger tank is now revealing itself. Which I don't think the Soviets have what they need to kill up here yet. Explosive for this Panzerviki. Killing it instantly. There's one Sys gun, but I might have to do a lot of work up here. The southern flank, the Soviets are very bunched up down there, which might not be a good thing. Not if one of those light infantry gunshots hits them very close. And it's a fairly accurate weapon, by the way. We actually increase its accuracy with the advanced targeting. 33% less scatter is pretty damn potent. Especially on an infantry kill like that. Artillery shells keep landing on the Soviet positions now. Flamheads has pushed, got loose at the Mthis has pushed the Soviets out of the town mostly. The Flamheads is a very good urban vehicle. And looks like we have several howitzers set up here now by the Soviets as well. Oh, the Flamheads is preparing for something. But it has been spotted. T-34 is going for it. If he can turn his gun around, that T-34 will be in trouble. Yeah, like that. Being stunned. Heat shield did not penetrate. Oh boy, so much firefighting going on here. Or just fighting in general. Looks like we have this Fontaviga squad in order to... Not Fontaviga, this Strafliga squad is told to hold with their lives against the Germans. And what they expected to do, I suppose. We also have a third howitzer being set up here by the artillery division. So the artillery division is going very heavy on their guns to support the Soviet allies. Oh, we also have a big howitzer set up here by the shock army. Hurling counter barrage. Which could be a big problem if one of those shells hit. Info pushing ahead on the southern flank. Grenadiers happily equipped with Panzerfaust. High close are going out, misses. Panzerfaust hits but doesn't destroy. KV-8 coming out for the artillery division. Soviet tank squad, Soviet tank army is getting some assault guards here. Being equipped entirely with PPSHs. Generally a good upgrade for this kind of environment, I feel. If the 4 goes down on the southern flank. That Panzer has been available now for the infantry, which will help them deal with enemy armor down here. IS-2 is being prepared by the Soviet tank. The Soviets are preparing for some kind of push. Stukas of Fuss was up here at the front. Not sure why that was. But the Tiger tank is still around and being supported by Panzer Grenadiers. Good to see. You generally want to keep Panzer Grenadiers near your tanks, that they're meant to fight alongside vehicles. High explosive loaded by the Tiger. That's the dead naval infantry. Panzer Grenadiers are moving up. Using the Sturmgewehr to the advantage here. Tiger tank also pushes up slowly, killing them naval infantry in a quick succession. Oh, it's moving up without any infantry support now. Yeah, it has to pull back. Generally, the infantry support. KV-8 now present. We do have several Panzerstrecks here available to debuff Mthis. One hits there. Oh, they missed, but then the Jagdpanzer gets this final shot there. This is turning into quite a chaotic battle here. Afniki with the NT-42 still around. As the artillery fight continues. Both sides are determined to destroy each other's artillery guns. Looks like the Soviets had the upper hand in that one briefly. Oh, and another big shell there destroys the crew of another one.
Prepare for action.
Like a thing has to be cautious where it moves. So we had the Stormtroopers ready to make a move here. Followed by a Storm Pioneer with a Panzerstreck. Outpost being set up here by the Soviets. And the IS-2 is on the field here. Soviet heavy tank that can actually go toe-to-toe with the King Tiger and Tiger tank, thanks to its higher armor and 122mm gun. Probably the only allied tank that can go face to face with a King Tiger and actually have a chance to penetrate frontally and actually beating it. Still, to be cautious though, it doesn't have as much armor as the King Tiger, but it has more armor than the Tiger Tank, I believe. Yeah, it has a fair amount more armor than the Tiger Tank, so this thing is a very hard nut to crack for the Germans. I think even the Jagdpanzer is going to have trouble. But it should not be able to target its infantry with its gun. It has a very long reload rate. But now has a Dushka top. Artillery is standing around them. It could easily be detracked thanks to an artillery shell. It needs to be cautious when it moves. And there are Panzerschrecks nearby. Longer gets taken out by their gun. Panzerschreck is moving up. Explosive loaded. Mobility got hit there. Oh, and it's been immobilized. But it's still holding on. Tiger Tank might go in for the flank here.
Brave infantry have made the ultimate sacrifice.
Has to be cautious still. The IS-2 is very dangerous. IS-2 needs to focus the Tiger. Oh! Oh, Barty gets saved there by a Panzerfaust. Oh, but it's got immobilized. Oh, that's not good for the Tiger Tank. Is stuck there in the street. Not looking good there for the Axis. They need to get that Tiger Tank repaired. Artillery shells landing. The infantry prepares another push over the open fields. The Flying Infantry has probably done a little bit of a good job helping just supplement the infantry as they push. It's not an easy one to push up, but this lieutenant is doing a good job for the Soviets. You have another KV-8 here arriving on the battlefield. We have seen Open Blitz being prepared here now to help get the Tiger out of its current issue. Actually, there's a Open Blitz arriving here from another Axis player to help. Good to see the teamwork. Yeah, fix this engine there. Very good teamwork. Very nice to see. We also have a Stu arriving here. Basically a howitzer on the Stuk platform. Well, looks like the Lion Infantry gun are cleared this time. The Soviet howitzers are still around. Some of them have been remanned, evidently. Oh, these two are veterancy free. That's going to be very dangerous to deal with. Oh, looks like one of the HQs on fire. Probably got hit by an artillery shell. Two pushing up here. The Soviets are lacking in stuff to beat it. They might do an AT grenade here. And they are. That's two might be in trouble. Managed to slow it. Oh, but there's two fires a howitzer shell and kills the Pavniki. And then it also kills the Fonzoviki. The Soviets getting dangerously close to the German fuel up here. Naval Infantry got close, but MT-42 is able to stop them with the Sturmgrenadier support. Panzergrenadiers are relocating. Yeah, I see a KV-2 arriving for the Soviets. Yeah, also some shock troopers here for the Soviets. Unique infantry available to the Soviet Union if you're playing a shock army. Much more expensive than normal infantry, but they're very good generally. As you can see with the SVTs, they're actually mowing down the Panzergrenadiers there. Also because the Panzergrenadiers were out in the open, which you don't want to be. Tiger Tank is arriving though. And the shells keep landing around. That's a lot of shells landing in this part. Now the KV-8, I don't think I can do much with a Tiger Tank nearby. German infantry has managed to push up though to force the Soviets off the fuel point. And they are threatening the munitions point at the moment. You know, the Soviets have secured the center part of the town. The battlefield is shifting around a lot. You see the shells landing constantly, flying through the air. The infantry Jaegers are trying to secure the point. They got the flamethrower. Probably not the weapon I give a Jaeger, but that's up to them, I guess. We have a Mthis gun here for the Soviets. There was a first opening fire. Might be a problem here for the Soviet shock army, depending on where they hit. Ah, didn't do that much damage. Suppressed and pinned, but that's about it. KV-8 driving through the streets, though. Pretty much where you want to use it. Oh, yeah, like that Panzerschreck squad of the Sturm Pioneers. Not gonna work when they get bursted by flame. Stormtroopers are holding this angle, though, pretty well. They have to pull back, they're being suppressed by a Maxim. Level 2 is present. P-45 has survived as well. They just be cautious, so the Tiger tank could kill it. Good penetration there, dazing the crew. So the Tiger tank is preparing. Oh, KP2 hits, but doesn't do that much damage. I think that's half its health, never mind. This gun taken out. Tankon's trying to push up here. They're gonna try and Panzerfaust it. Ooh, and they actually get it with the PTS shot afterwards. That Tiger tank. Not good for the Germans, but the southern flank has completely fallen to German hands at the moment. So the Soviets are taking heavy losses here. Oh, we have a KV-8 that pushed pretty far up here. Looks like its turret rotation ring got damaged. P-45 pushing up here. OBS managed to salvage the wreck of the Tiger to get some resources back. Always a good ability to do as the Germans late game. One of the better ways to get some resources. Second Tiger tank is being prepared because of it. They probably found a reserve part they could use from the wreck of the other Tiger to get this Tiger ready to move. So the Soviets keep pushing on the northern flank. The Soviet artillery division is suffering very heavy losses trying to push back up. Infantry is mowing down the Slavniki out in the open. That's a grenade though. So Germans are just able to cover this open ground very efficiently with the infantry. The infantry is trying to do their best, but the Sturmgewehrs are just too much for them, I feel. Oh, their cover is broken though. But still, at long range out in the open, the scope Sturmgewehrs is just too much. Triple shock engineers have been called in. And for J trying to move through the streets here. Just going out in the open road. Oh! Using a heat shield. Hits the gun, but it's not destroyed when the machine gun's cleared out. Stu gets a lot of kills out here in the open because there's no cover. Second IS-2 is being prepared by the Soviets. 5476 also being prepared. But I feel the Germans are slowly stabilized now that they have all the big resource points at the moment. Even if they are getting shelled to hell by artillery. Oh, we have a second. We have the other Tiger arriving outside of Puma. They'll supplement and scout for the Tiger. More Valonians called in.
Regiment advises infantry ready to utilize breakthrough tactics.
Well, the SS Panzer Grenadiers are slowly creeping up as well, but the Soviet shock army is repairing their vehicles, so they might soon be ready to push again. I don't think a T-34-76 can do much against the Jagdpanzer. Well, that's a Stu actually. Which is not the fight the Stu wants. Even if it probably could kill the T-34 if it got a good shot off. Like it's lost some mobility there. Ooh, good hit there with the Panzerfaust. The T-34, no, the T-34 has been immobilized. It's lying dead there in the open road. Not a Panzerfaust here. Lost its main guns. Well, main gun. It still has the machine gun there. Another grenade going out, but it's not gonna do much, I feel. Stormtroopers are getting a lot of kills here.
A squad of infantry has been killed. Death before retreat.
And now the Germans are preparing to push up here with their Tiger tank.
The enemy is trying to destroy a structure.
Oh, that's not gonna be good for the 85.
Taking effective fire!
Oh, no penetration there. That's for Jay's threatening the flank there.
Clear out! A medium tank was destroyed.
That's for Jay got taken out by the Sys gun. I suppose they're loaded now, killing some of the Valonians. Second IS-2 arriving here for the Soviet Union. So he's gonna get another kill here, I feel. Yeah, Stu is being really good there. The bunker being prepared. Tiger tank slowly creeping up. It wants to take out the KV-2, I feel. 85 is slowly getting some shots in, but it has to penetrate. Ooh, good high explosive there.
More of our troops have been lost.
Well, the Stu is creeping up towards the Soviet base now. They're lacking stuff to stop it. Excuse me, I'll drive towards the northern flank. Here, 2 pushing up, pushing out. The same for the Tiger. Ooh, that's it. Killed the gunner. Well, injured the gunner. KV-2 down. 85 is still around. IS-2 is revealing itself.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
85 took a shot. Oh, 85 got a good penetration. And now the IS-2 is going to reveal itself. Oh, and the Tiger is down. But as this is happening, the Soviets have lost the southern flank mostly. The Stus are just slowly pushing up, pushing at the Soviet Union. And the SS is trying to break through on the road here. But it has been an opening for the Soviets up here. But I think with all this armored presence, the Soviets are in big trouble. Well, the howitzers has probably done a lot of work. Where Soviet shock engineers got mowed down here by the Sturmgewehrs. After this is suffering some heavy losses up here. That IS-2 is in a pretty dominating position at the moment. I suppose a shot over shot. Oh! Pat's struck on the flank there, getting a good penetration. You know, the Germans are starting to shell the Soviet base. Another position the Soviets want to be in. I think they need to send a tank southwards like this 85. It's not looking good for the Soviet Union if they cannot cover their other flank. The IS-2 is immobilized. Pretty bad position too. But the Germans are not sending much armor up there anyway. They do have a Tiger tank arriving again. The Germans are being very aggressive here. They want to get close to get a Panzerknacker on that tank, I feel. That's a Gewaltladung, actually. Didn't do much. Oh, IS-2 got taken out. By what? I completely missed that. Was it these guys? No, they killed an infantry squad. Oh, you had killed the IS-2 there. Explosive load there on the Tiger. Force the Soviets to back off. So an 85 on this road here, but it's not going to do much, I feel. The Soviet base is just being threatened continuously by the Stus. The Stus are great at dealing with the infantry positions, as you can see. Like it's playing out the Sysgon crews so quickly. And the Soviet artillery commander does practically everything at this point. And the rest of the Soviet army is just being pushed on most of the flanks. But they're very brave attempts here. SS Panzer's moving for the forest again, with the Soviet shock is being slowly dimmed in. Yeah, getting another KB2 though. But I think at this point it might be too late for the Soviets to get a victory. Even the crews of the artillery teams are starting to run for it because they've lost all the crews they need to actually use the thing. I think you need a minimum of 3 people to use the howitzers. 85 in trouble here. Oh, that's not looking good for the lieutenant. Yeah, mowed down there. At this point, the Soviets pull back. They've lost this. Well, this is quite an interesting match to start out the new patch with. Although I don't think we saw most of the changes, because most of the changes have actually been to the United States, I feel. But let's see how it will turn out in the future. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.